Nagito, Ida was sitting inside his living room in his apartment and he was watching JoJo on the television. He wasn't sure what his girlfriend Junko was up to, but she was probably stuffing her face like usual. Nagito loved JoJo and he hoped he would be a part of the JoJo voice acting team one day. He really wanted to play one of the Jo-stars. Even during sexy times he would have Junko call him Nagito Jo-star. As he enjoyed this, he could feel himself growing hungry. Nagito got the splendid idea to go and buy himself a pizza. He got up to leave the TV with JoJo on it, but his girlfriend got in the way. Junko wasn't the same as before. She had become quite different. She was large and fat now, which happened because of despair. She looked down at him with her arms crossed.
Oh, hey Junko. I was going out to buy pizza and binge some more JoJo afterwards, so can you please move aside?
Where is dinner, Nagito? Were you planning to buy dinner for me too?
Well, yeah, I totally was, so can you please move aside so I can go buy the pizza?
Fine, but you better get my order right.
Nagito put on his headphones and put on a song on his phone as he left the building. He would pass the bright street lights as it was becoming quite dark right now. As he was walking there, he would soon witness an accident. Mondo was riding his bike and he waved at Nagito before crashing into a couple of trash cans. As he walked down the streets, he would end up in an alleyway. At the other end he saw Hajime Hinata and Makoto Negi both being drunk. He even saw Kiyaki there as well, but she didn't seem happy. Probably thanks to the two dudes being drunk as fuck.
Oh, hey Hajime and Makoto. Are you two having a good night?
Hey, what's up, mate? How you been, you bloke? Oi, mate, what's up?
Makoto said to Nagito as he took another sip from his beer. Kiyaki's annoyance was quite noticeable.
I've been quite well, but I'm on the way to a pizza restaurant since the miss at home wanted some. What about you two dickheads?
I see. When you meet Junko, please do call her a cunt.
Hajime told Nagito as both he and Makoto began to laugh their asses off.
Hey, don't be such an ass, Hajime. Ah, I'm sorry, Nagito.
Kiyaki told Nagito while she would slap Hajime on the back of his head.
It's alright, but I'll see you guys another time. I gotta move on.
Nagito told the three before leaving. After walking by some more cars and streets, he would pass by a subway. Outside it he saw one of his old classmates. She seemed to be an employee there and she seemed to be smoking. He waved to her as he passed by and continued on his quest for pizza for himself and his lover. Nagito would soon enough stumble upon the next colorful character in his journey. Another interruption, you could call it if you hated these characters, or a blessing. This time it was Shuichi and he seemed happy.
Good evening, Shuichi. Going to McDonald's, I presume? Yep, I'm on my way to McDonald's. I need some burgers. What about you? Nothing much. I'm just going to get some pizza for me and my girlfriend. Oh, I see. If you run into Kaede, tell her I said I love you.
The dark-dressed boy said before he disappeared towards McDonald's, but he was stopped by someone.
Where do you think you're going?
What the fuck is happening?
Nagito wasn't sure how to properly react to his friend being kidnapped, but he just sighed and continued his way to the Pizza Hut. Eventually he reached it and he went into the restaurant. At the cashier he saw him.
Welcome to Pizza Hut. Can't I take your order, bitch? Kakichi, what are you doing here? It's Kokichi. And what does it look like? I work here, you damn weeb. I see. Well, I would like to order 2 pizzas, please. One normal pepperoni and one pizza with just every kind of meat on it.
Kakichi just nodded and wrote down the order. He went to the kitchen to give it to the chefs there. Nagito sat down on a chair and he waited for the pizzas to be made. While he waited, he continued to listen to his favorite song, which was Amish Paradise, made by Weird Al. It is a parody of Coolio's song Gangsta Paradise. As he sat there and sighed to himself, he would be interrupted by someone. He would look up from his phone to be met by the eyes of Byakuya Togami. He was known to be a super rich porn star who did Shrek porn.
How are you? How dare you take away Junko from me, bitch?
I'm sorry, but she just likes me more. Nothing I can do about...
Nagito replied to the porn star as he looked worried. Byakuya left Nagito with rage as he sat down in front of the fireplace. His minion and sidekick came over to comfort him. His sidekick was ultimate imposter.
More pizza?
No, nothing helps, yo.
Gotta pull yourself together, Bakua.
You did a glorious job cheering me up, yo. You might not be bad until got me after all.
Byakuya told him as he decided to offer to pay for the next pizza. Nagito had heard this entire thing and he wished he hadn't. While he was still waiting, he decided to keep fiddling with his phone. He would notice someone who was in a bright yellow Pikachu onesie by the counter. It was Chiaki. Seems like she has ditched Hajime and Makoto for her Pikachu onesie and her chocolate shakes. She seemed to be drinking two at once while also playing on her Nintendo Switch. Nagito decided to chat with her some as he was waiting.
How come you're at the Pizza Hut?
Well, I couldn't be bothered to stay with Hajime and Makoto, so I decided to go to the fast food place where Suichi doesn't usually hang out at.
He got kidnapped by Miu. I have no clue where he is now.
Seems pretty normal to me.
She answered and she drank her chocolate shakes. Nagito sighed as he left Chiaki alone. Soon he heard his order shouted out and he went to the cashier. He got the 2 boxes of pizza from Kokichi and he soon left the restaurant. Nagito just wanted to hurry home so he could watch more JoJo and possibly cuddle with his girlfriend as well. On his way home he would witness Hajime and Makoto laying in the trash and they were certainly caressing the trash in their arms. Those 2 dickheads were some real fucking weirdos if Nagito has ever seen one. He would keep on walking while thinking of his kidnapped friend Shuichi. Sure, Miu had a few loose screws, but just kidnapping Shuichi like that? God, she must be fucking insane or some shit. Nagito just wanted some peace right now, but sadly that wouldn't last long. On his way home he would bump into Irumi, who was carrying a large trash bag.
Good evening, Mr. Kamada. Why are you out so late with 2 pizzas?
I'm on my way home right now, so if you could please step aside, then I'll be able to make it home.
Nagito just left without even saying goodbye to Irumi. He sighs as he would try to make his way home as fast as possible. The pizza boxes were in a bag along with the drinks he had received off screen. As he was starting near the streets where the apartment was at, he would be stopped in his tracks as a big black truck with the Pizza Hut logo on it came out in front of him. The truck beeped like a motherfucker before going full speed ahead towards him. Nagito noticed that the sidewalks had been blocked off by tall fences on each side, so he had no other option than to run back. He would run as fast as he could while being chased by the giant Pizza Hut truck that furiously drove after him. Nagito ran for his life as the truck chased him. Blasting from the speakers of the truck was "You've reposted in the wrong neighborhood" as the driver was laughing maniacally. Nagito recognized this from Sonic Adventure 2 and Pepsiman on PS1, so he just kept going.
This is probably not a good idea.
Why won't you stop so I can run you over?
Screeched a voice from the truck as it was driving full speed after Nagito.
Leave me alone!
Nagito screamed back in fear as he did his best not to drop the bag with the pizzas in them. Nagito ran for his life as he did not want to become a Nagito pancake underneath the truck's mighty wheels. They were so big it was ridiculous. As the poor man was running for his life, he would find a turn in the corner. This turn would be too small for the enormous truck to actually get through, so this was his chance. Nagito turned to the right and he successfully dodged it. The driver tried to turn the truck, but what ended up happening was that he flipped the truck onto its side and it slid into an apartment building. A green-haired dude would climb out of it and then run away, leaving the person in charge behind. Once the guy in charge came out, he was surrounded by police officers. The culprit was Kokichi from Pizza Hut and he would now be brought to justice.
Left me alone, but Gotta forgive him. Someone has to take care of Pizza while I'm gone.
Kokichi said with a sad sigh as he was brought into a police car and soon he was taken away from the crime scene. Nagito sighed in relief. Finally it was over and now he could just go home and relax with Jojo and Pizza. Maybe Junko will give him some good suck for the shit he had to go through. The man walked the rest of the way home to his apartment and he went into the building. Nagito walked up the 5 floors before he went to his apartment door. He went in and he was greeted by a hug from his fat girlfriend.
Ugh, that is very horrible. What happened?
Junko asked as she took the pizzas to their living room.
Believe me, you don't want to hear it.
The end.